be.
Yeah, I'm gonna just press record, and we're gonna just kind of kick off when we're ready. Oh, I'm so excited!
Ah,
Listen,
me too.
you are actually the first lady of the podcast, so you're the first person I've had. Yes, yes, yes.
I'm
Um,
not gonna say you're welcome, but you're kind of welcome. But
yeah, no, it's a big deal. So I'm really excited. And like I've been wanting to interview a couple ladies, and so I'm really excited to like get them on and capture their stories. But with that, y'all, what's going on? Is yours truly Hassan Bangor, and I am here with Aisha, aka is Flapjack. All
it's
right.
me. Hello, everyone. Hi.
All right. So look, I gotta know what's the story behind this flat drive. You probably have said it like 100 times, but I don't
I
even
have not. I
know.
want you to know this is how crazy God works, y'all. We already starting heavy. Amen.
Come on, let's go.
I so the name Flapjack really started. Man, how do I even angle this? Essentially, I always said that I'll tell the story like during an interview. I've literally always said that because people
Uh,
will ask me, why do you call yourself Flapjack? And I always say, y'all find out like through an interview. I'll tell y'all the story. My close friends know where the name came from. My mom knows where it comes from. But
yeah.
other people, it just don't correlate because they automatically think pancakes. And really, I'm a waffle kind of girl. So it really don't even make sense, right? Yeah, I love waffles. Like people out here like, I like pancakes. Okay, that's
Wow.
cute.
Dang, so I am definitely I am a pancake guy. I'm a
Ooh.
pancake. I know I'm yo with the good buttermilk. Well, and
Hey,
I think the
look.
longest jumps we had was pancakes. And so I think yes, but all right, I'm sorry, keep going.
No, no, you're good. I mean, I listen. I'm here to confess. IHOP pancakes gonna eat every time. So
Every
that's the one. If we're talking about pancakes
it
from
definitely
IHOP, always, every day, no question about it.
yeah.
But if we're in the house and someone's like, "Oh, I'm making breakfast," yeah, go ahead and make me a waffle, respectfully. But anyway, so I want to kind of give you the short, long story version of it. So when I was in high school, I got the opportunity. For anyone who's from the DMV area, I used to work for 93.9 WKYS. I was actually an on-air personality. I got to work with Angie Ange.
What?
So I was literally a sophomore. I was the youngest one there. It was like me and a couple of other like seniors getting ready to go to college. This was something that they were preparing themselves for. Now, for me, I knew I always wanted to do radio, but my mom is African. So for
Yeah.
them, radio,
Ready.
television, what is that?
And then you
Okay.
done
Yeah, you I don't know, you want to what you gotta do radio, what is do radio? So it was hard, for me to even say like this was my dream. But I really believe the only reason why my mom let me follow my dream, one, definitely shout outs to God, but also I think that it started off because I was already immersing myself in the radio realm. So I had already built a relationship with Angie, and it was just a matter of really getting a feel for what being on the radio is supposed to be like. So anyway, um, we're in the so fast forward, finally working for her. Now it's been about a week and a half. And she's like, all right, y'all need radio names, and of course we all know this happens. If you got Easy E, there's obviously Angie Ange, then there's even like popular people, Charlemagne the God,
That's
all these
so
people, right?
dope.
So I knew I wanted a radio name, but I never actually thought about it.
Wow.
And so, like you mentioned, my name is Aisha. I was afraid to use my real name because you really can't make so many nicknames out of Aisha. You're not calling me Aish. You're not calling me Sha. You're not calling me Shasha. You're not calling me Ish. You're not, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not letting
Yeah.
that happen. So then
Okay.
I was like, okay, well, I remember watching this interview, and I didn't even watch the full interview. I think it was like a clip. This was like back in the day when was it? I don't even think it was Vine. This was like Bebo. I don't know if people even remember Bebo. You remember Bebo?
Yo, I have the most embarrassing story about Bebo. I'm gonna share it later. I'm gonna share it later.
Oh my gosh! Listen, Bebo. If you didn't have a Bebo, you really weren't about that social
Really
media life.
activated.
Facts, so big.
Oh
So
my
I don't
goodness.
remember. I don't remember what happened, but there was a person whose page, her Bebo page was Tyra Banks, right? Now, this isn't the real Tyra Banks. This is
Mm.
Tyra Banks on a stripper pole. I don't know. Can I say stripper on here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and she was a stripper. Okay. And I remember Tyra Banks had her on her show and was like, why are you calling yourself Tyra Banks? I'm Tyra Banks. And the stripper said, yeah, your name is Tyra Banks with a KS. I'm Tyra Banks with 3 X's. So we're not the same. And Tyra could not say jack. Okay. She was like, okay. So when I saw that, I said, I'm going to take that concept and tie it to something else. So at the time, there was a cartoon called Flapjack that was out.
Yeah.
I love that show, The Great Adventures of a Flapjack. It was definitely one of my favorite shows on Cartoon Network. I just loved it. And we can go into details about why I loved it, but I just loved it because I like dry humor. It was a dry humor show for kids.
Yeah, no,
and there's some kids that didn't get it, which is why it didn't last long. It wasn't for kids. It really wasn't. It was for adults. Because now when I look at some of these episodes, I'm like, they're talking about sex right now. Like,
these movies, the Disney movies and all that, always be talking about some deep.
First of all, Moana have me in tears. You understand what I'm saying?
Nah,
Moana, Soul is not for children.
It's not for children. No.
Soul is not for children. Okay. When they talked about the spirit realm, and I said, these 6-year-olds don't know what you talk about. Lord, I'm gonna take my AirPods out because it keeps falling out my ear. Hold on. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Little technical difficulties.
You actually sound better.
But yeah, so anyway, I love the cartoon Flapjack, and I said, you know what? This is just for radio. No big deal. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the name. So I added an extra P. So whenever people say Flapjack, I'm like, no. An extra P.
Extra P.
Okay. So
wow. So you're hearing it here first.
Exactly. This is the first time. But see, this is the thing. I have tried to change my Instagram name multiple times. I even put the name my mother gave me. I put Aisha on there.
Wow.
Like upset. Why'd you change your? I said, oh my God. Okay.
Dang.
So it just stuck. I've been trying to get away from it, but I also realized that God gave me that for a reason. And so there's something probably bigger that I'm not seeing right now. And I'm just flow of it and just let it be.
Yo, your story, I don't know why, but I can just relate. Literally, I was like, man, I know I'm gonna do something, but they ain't no nicknames for Hassan at the time. I couldn't think of nothing.
Yeah.
And so I was struggling. I was like,
yeah.
And I didn't discover Sani until it was too late. All I had was Dasani. I was like, who wants to be a bottle of water? But I tried to tell it. It just didn't work. So I was like, Dasani whack, right? I only had Dasani in my mind. And then that's when Wonton San, I was trying to like play on like San. Like I was trying. Anyway, Wale's song Bait came out. And all I can think in my mind was, well, who get more bait than the fisherman? And that's
who get more bait than the fisherman?
That's
and
how
I was
that.
trying to figure out why your Instagram name was Fisherman. For the longest.
That's why I was a fisherman. Yo,
God,
listen, but let me tell you about God, though. Let me tell you about God. True story. If I'm lying, I'm flying. All right. So my mom, I had to be at this time, I was celebrating my 15th going on 16th birthday in Ghana. And so I'm talking to my mom, and this was the first time, like, I didn't spend like those years like with her. She was in Ghana at that time. I was staying with my dad. And so she's like sharing things with me as we're like continuing to build. And she was like, no, when I was born with you, God told me you would be a fisher of men. And I was like,
what?
Listen, I'm gonna have my mom on the show one day just to confirm. Yeah, she said that. And I was like, yo, stop playing. And at this time, like for I think for quite a while, a long time, I was trying to find my like myself, you know. So I
Mm.
had gone from like the fisherman to Sonny B to all these other like kind of nicknames. None of them really felt right, but that one, because I was like, nah, that was like ordained to have been my name. So I know I changed it, but I think just to help everybody understand where that came from.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that, I mean, I don't think people really pay attention to how the slogan, when it's for you,
Woo.
it is for you.
Mm,
Now, I haven't had my Flapjack moment yet where
mm.
someone is like, oh, confirm for me.
Yeah.
Well, I think maybe when I've met a few of my celebrities, so I've done makeup for years. I've got a
Mhm,
chance to work with celebrities as well. The
mhm,
first time that a celebrity was like, "What?" when I told them my name was Flapjack, because most makeup artists is their name, or
mhm, mhm, mhm.
Beats by whatever,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
by Ned, or something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. And I wasn't doing it. I was walking around as Flapjack. And so when I met the dancing dolls, keep in mind I had no idea who they were.
Wow.
Never watched the show. My high school teacher was like, I was originally there to host their event. She booked me originally to host it, but their makeup artists got left in Atlanta. And so she was like, look, I know we want you to host, but would you be able to do their makeup instead? And for me, God was working with me at that time for sure. Be my people pleasing self. I was like, oh, sure, yeah, I can do it. But I also feel like I needed that moment too for myself. So anyway, I ended up doing their makeup. And when it was time to record, I wanted to record them saying, oh, we got our makeup done by Flapjack. And so that was their first time hearing that my name was Flapjack. So
Mm.
one of the young ladies was like, Flapjack. That was the video. That was it. And at first,
Um,
I thought it was embarrassing because I'm like, oh my gosh, she's laughing at my name. But
yeah.
then I thought about it and I said, but that was the purpose. I wanted it to kind of like stick in people's mind.
Mm.
The second time that this happened to me, I was doing Cynthia Bailey's makeup. This is when she came to DC. This is like maybe about 2, 3 years ago. I'm doing her makeup. This is when her and Nene Leakes were friends, her and Nene. So Nene calls her. They're on the phone chopping it up, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm telling people I met Nene, but I really didn't meet her. And but I'm manifesting it, amen.
Come
So
on.
she's sitting there talking,
Mhm.
and she's like, "Girl, what you doing?" Nene.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm getting my makeup done by." She looks at me, and I'm like, oh, "Flapjack." She's like, "Oh, I'm getting my makeup done by Flapjack." Nene literally goes, "Flapjack? Who the hell is Flapjack?" And even though in that moment I could have reverted back to that, oh my God, she doesn't know who I am. But I was like, she know me now. She's always gonna remember the name Flapjack. She's literally, when she sees Cynthia, she's gonna be like, who the hell was that Flapjack girl? And if I did my job and I stayed in my full posture, working in my full like best highest self, Cynthia can go back and say, oh, she was this makeup artist. She was so nice. She was so sweet. She was a great person. Her energy, da 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 da. It's less about my name and more about my character. So even if people don't understand why I'm calling myself Flapjack, it's not for you to define it. It's up to me to define it and for you to carry that message on. So call me what you want. My mama called me Aisha. Okay. But the world
Hey,
knows a girl as
you
Flapjack.
know what? I wanted to stick, so I'm gonna be interchangeable with it as
Okay.
we kind of conduct this, and I want to just pause for a second. Yo, you are an amazing storyteller. Like,
Thank
oh my
you.
goodness. Hold on, let me just give you some positive praise real quick. I've been seeing your content, and it's been so inspiring. It's been so
Oh,
awesome to see you like just being your full self. It is so awesome to see your energy and character. It is a blessing. Every time I see, I'm like, all right, she's good. She's still healthy. She's still all right.
yeah.
And like it just feels really good because in some ways you are like that in real life, just
Oh,
full of
yeah.
positive energy, and that feels so good as somebody who's, um, you know, what was it, King's Dominion, like back
Yes. Oh my
yeah,
God.
back in the
We
G.
could not. Oh God.
Yeah, but it's just so awesome to see you like, just shining, and I just want to like just salute you and just say keep going, keep doing your
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Uh and then like now we can like actually hop into the
Into
into
the
the session.
conversation. No,
No, I
man, that
really
feels so
appreciate
good. I have to. I'm learning. I'm so sorry not to
you. No, go
switch.
ahead.
I'm learning to accept compliments for what they are and not back end comments.
Mm.
I've been so used to training myself that whenever someone's giving me a compliment, it's almost like a pity. It's of
Mm.
like, I mean, you're cute, you're doing good, and I shouldn't feel that way. And so I've been learning when people tell me those types of things to literally sit in the moment and
Yeah.
actually feel what those words mean for me.
Yep.
Because for so long when I created content, I created my content for other people. I
Mm.
wanted to be the perfect content creator. I wanted to be the perfect makeup artist. I wanted to be the perfect, outfit reels or whatever. And I felt like I wasn't being Aisha. And
Mm.
I was afraid that Flapjack was
Mm.
this character that was
Right.
taking over
Yep.
my life,
Mm.
where Aisha was losing herself. But
Mm.
in reality, Flapjack is who I am because I'm the person that created that, right? Like I said, you can't define Flapjack for me. It's my job to define it. And
Mm.
it took me a really long time, thank God for healing, to be able to say, you know what? I receive that people are seeing my growth in my content
Yeah.
because I want you to see that I'm being myself. I want to be myself. I don't want to have to plan. Like, you got to plan content, obviously.
Yeah.
I want when I'm planning, I'm only writing down what the subject is so I stay on topic,
Yeah.
right? I don't want it to be and then turn left here and make sure. You know what I mean? Like, because I used to do that. I literally used to
Yeah.
like, I would delete videos because I'm like, that doesn't look realistic enough. And
Mm.
it's like, yeah, because you don't really feel that way.
Mm.
So I had to come to a place where not only am I not ashamed of being myself, but I'm also okay with knowing that me being myself is the better version of myself.
Mm.
So yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Yo, nah, let's stay there for a second, right? Let's stay there
Yeah,
for a second.
let's do it.
How did you get there though, right? What was do you remember the switch or the moment that you was like, nah, I can't keep
Yeah,
being
I
myself
have
up? What
a lot
was
of
it?
those moments. I did, but I ignored them a lot.
Mm.
The crazy part about God is you'll pray to him for something and you'll have an idea of what that's supposed to look like or how it's supposed to unfold in order for it to make sense to you. But in
Mm.
actuality, God is going to do many things that's actually going to challenge you to actually think, right?
Mm.
And actually use your mind. So I always knew that I felt like, actually, let me come back. Whenever I create content, that was really my therapy, right?
Mm.
Being able to almost escape my real life, which
Mm.
is why I felt like whenever I created Flapjack content, I wasn't being Aisha because I was trying to escape from
Mm.
Aisha's world.
Mm.
Aisha's depressed. Aisha's insecure.
Ooh.
Aisha was sad. I've got to be careful with the
Come
word.
on, we got to be intentional about the
Gotta
words.
be intentional. Oh, I
Word.
never knew that.
Pass. Every time. Every time.
Yeah,
Every time. I
even
really be
now, like
correcting
before,
people
back
like,
in the
nah.
day, I was like, oh my God, I'm so dead. No, I'm not. I'm not
No,
dead.
I don't ascribe to that contract.
Joseph,
That ain't for me. Listen, hold on real quick. I'm gonna turn it back over to you. But
100%.
there's some, everybody has intrusive thoughts.
100%.
Everybody had intrusive thoughts. And I just
Yeah.
remember this one time, like it was a season, my intrusive thoughts was getting the best of me, man.
Ooh,
It was
talk about it.
it was getting the best of me. And I remember when I made the switch and I started saying, I don't ascribe to that contract.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, no, I actually don't really agree to
Ooh.
that. I don't agree to that. You can do what you want with that, but I don't agree to that. Not in this
Mm.
time. Not in this timeline nor the next one.
Facts. Or the
So
next one. Facts. But
that was something
and
that.
and I'm so sorry not to cut you off,
Okay.
but I really do believe that that is the biggest downfall for our community
Mhm.
is we we had I had to be careful with our family and I had to be really, 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 really extremely intentional because African people,
Come
they
on.
say things for them. It's
Mm, mm. Where did she go? Oh, where did she go? All right. For she coming with that sauce. She coming with that sauce. Oh. She coming with, yeah, man, man, man. Y'all see it? Yes, you do. Whoo, man. Yeah, do it. That was it. That was something. I can't see it. Let me give you a call, girl. Let me give you a call. Hey, I don't know what happened, but I can't see you anymore. I can hear you now. I can hear you on the phone, but I can't see you or hear you.
Can you hear how you sound? You sound like a chipmunk right now.
For real?
You hear it?
Yeah. All right, let me end the recording.